you?
Sam,
Yeah,
hey, I think we're out front of the Water and Power at Burbank.
that's right. Mine works right across from it. It says AnEFX real big on the top.
I'm at the door. Should I knock at the door?
Yeah, you can Dan until you're here for me.
Okay. Hold on one second.
The door.
Hold on.
AnEFX.
Hi, I'm here for Sam Lewis.
Sure, come on in.
And then chill in the kitchen for a bit.
Chill in the kitchen.
Yo. So what are you working on now?
Right now we're doing what's called Walla Group for a show called Psych on USA, which is all the background voices. Because when you shoot a show, a TV show, generally all the people in the background are just lipping
Yeah.
and not saying anything.
Right.
So you have to go back and put all that sound back in. And so that's what we do. Right now, this episode's pretty cool because it's like a zombie episode. So all the zombies were just like walking and not doing anything.
Uh-huh.
So we got to go back and do all the rah and growl and stuff like that.
So you're recording a group?
Yeah. So Walla Group right now. And that just kind of goes along with the ADR group of things,
Uh-huh.
which is where you bring actors in. I did all the ADR with the actors that we had for this episode earlier today, and then we're just ending with the Walla Group now. So yeah.
So when you do the ADR, do the people come in and they have to like watch what they filmed and try to match the tone?
Yeah. So you play, and we do beeps. They do like what's called wipes in Britain and some other places, Canada. But we do beeps. We just play a beep, 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 and then that cues them into the line that they have to replace. And they kind of watch it a couple times and get the rhythm of it, and then try to do it until we get one that matches tonally and sync-wise, so it looks like it's the original line.
Oh. So do you use the original audio if you can?
Yes.
And
Always will use the original audio, but in every episode of a TV show you have added dialogue that they didn't have initially to help tell the story, because writers always fuck that shit up.
yeah.
And so you have added lines, plus almost always there's lines that are just too noisy, or an airplane flew over and wrecked it, or
Yeah.
any number of, or if you're on a street and there's cars driving by and horns and things, you want that dialogue to be clean, so you have to replace that stuff.
Wow.
But if the line can be saved and is clean, because we have dialogue editors and they have a lot of tools at their disposal that clean up a lot of that stuff, noise reducers and EQs and spatial things. So any lines that they can clean up, they'll just clean up.
And they do that before you get it?
No. Well, we'll get the show, and I'll cue ADR quickly, just anything we might need. And then I'll do all that ADR, but if they can fix the line, we'll go back and use the original production sound.
So do they normally send you, how many tracks of audio is sent to you like in a typical session?
A dialogue load is about 16 tracks, and per scene it's really just 8 tracks, so like a mic for each actor, a couple of spatial mics, and then like a combination boom type of deal through the scene.
Yeah.
Each show's a little bit different, but so you'll have 8 tracks of scene and then 8 tracks, and it kind of goes like this per scene, per take, so that you can also take those things out and look for alternate takes that might be clean. So that's another way that you can kind of clean up lines that might have been dirty from different takes that weren't, and put those in.
Oh. So you get a bunch of different options.
Yeah. So they give you what their audio was to the picture, but you can kind of take those handles out, and if on another line was dirty, you can take the handle out and see what that other take was, and maybe there's a clean one that you can pop in.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, and you work in Pro Tools?
Yeah.
Everything's Pro Tools?
Everything's Pro Tools. They work in Avid usually to make the show, the picture-wise, and it's got, rudimentary sound tools. And then from there it can spit out essentially a Pro Tools session for us, and then that gives us the dialogue load, and it's all just a bunch of tracks in Pro Tools.
So what are some of the biggest shows that you worked on that you can actually talk about?
We did Battlestar Galactica, which is what we won most of our awards for. We do Suits and Covert Affairs on USA. We do a bunch of sci-fi shows like Warehouse 13. We did The Event. There was only one season of that, but that was a pretty cool show on NBC. the show I can't speak of. We have a lot of cool pilots this year, actually. That there's an M. Night Shyamalan show that he's making that we're getting.
A pilot?
Yeah. That I think it's picked up. So I think we're going to be doing that one.
Is it like 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
I think it's a full hour show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're actually like 42, 44 minutes with the commercials, but the hour long.
Oh, right.
So it's 42 minutes worth of work.
I see.
Essentially.
So you work with, so you do several things. You do ADR, you do Foley, right?
Mm.
So do you have a Foley room in here? That's
I do.
Okay.
And when we're done with this group, I'll take you in there and show you. And we could actually do more questions in there too.
Okay.
If you want to do that.
Cool.
I should probably get
Okay.
back then.
Yeah. All right.
Start this up.
Cool.
But yeah, you can ask me more about ADR and Foley in there.
Okay.
And we can take a lot of video of Foley and things like that.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Cool.
We're used to that more.
How do you like the NS10s?
I like the NS10s a lot. These are the smaller ones. I wish I had the 10-inch woofers, because these only reproduce above 100. Well, I mean, you can hear below 80, but it's not an accurate representation of the bass. But I like NS10s quite a bit. They're definitely the most just even keel that I've worked with personally.
I've got like 5, 6 versions of that.
And these are actually the Yamahas, the MS.
Yeah. And I cue all these things, so I go through the show and make cues as to what the actors are supposed to be doing and put the time codes in and out so that I know exactly where to go to.
Oh, so does someone else help you come up with this?
No, I just do it. I just go. Because I've learned how to do that over the time and am pretty proficient at it. Methinks. So are we on beds or continuing some more singles?
97.
Yeah, so a bed just they're hearing outside the door.
Right. You don't want this full bed, like this is like 4.
No, it's going to be mumbled. So yeah, 4 or 5.
4.
And it doesn't have to be super crazy.
Me, Jess Pennington, and Will for a zombie bed outside the door.
Do you want to go back to 74 after this?
We'll go ahead and go 97, 98, 99, 200, 201, and 202.
And then go back.
Or actually, and then we'll go back.
Okay.
We'll get all the rest of the
If I'm working with Jessica, I'd rather
little bit.
take this.
Is that door closed?
That door is closed.
All right, shall we do it?
Yes, we shall. 21 seconds. Not super, super crazy. The zombie's on the other side of the door. They're inside the closet now.
Here we go, 97, take 1.
Bend over, we attack.
The closet.
That's why. Oh, so riff stuff.
Thank you.
Very nice.
So you just cut them off like that when you need.
Just
Yeah, especially for this, we don't want to wreck their voices.
the one
Because this stuff is
zombie
really
that's
hard
a
on their
zombie special.
throats.
Yes.
He blows out the match. There's a little growl, blow out the match, and then you go after Gus and Henry.
Corbin.
You want to take a look at it?
You get Henry.
Here's a peek.
We'll show it to you.
Yeah.
Guster, where's Sean? My mother said he drove you home. Your mother? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know.
It's a slow growl up, yeah.
I got a match.
Just something light, right?
Yeah, very light.
Because they can't really hear it.
And then blow out the match. And then eat Henry.
Good.
Here we go. Great, thank you.
Oh, he blew that out. Perfect
That's
timing.
comedy.
These guys are good. They make good money to do this.
And they
So now it's a.
They're all
29
actors.
second
They're
zombie
in the Actors Guild.
Back in the room.
So
at
they're all like SAG.
3612.
SAG-AFTRA now.
They stop and they start to laugh. Everybody, they all laugh at you. They start laughing, zombie laughs, at Gus. Well, we'll show it to you one time real quick.
Here's a look.
Viewing. One night. So forget that gal on the floor. That's Danielle.
Get back!
Oh my god. Ew.
What? It's the first thing I saw!
The rest of us
There's nothing funny about a 3-hole punch! Stop it! Stop laughing!
On that B-side shot, though, kind of transitioned back into the growling as he goes into the bathroom.
Yeah. So we can switch it back into like an attack mode at 27.
Everybody?
Yeah, everybody except for Danielle, because you've got that female zombie. Actually, and Will, you're out.
I'm out.
Yeah, Will, you're out.
Just had it, man. Just had it.
Because you got a specific thing you do.
So you have a guy in there kind of running.
Yeah, he's like the group leader. He kind of picked everybody to hire because he knows that they're good. Like a lot of these people are good because they do other zombie shows.
Right.
We're ready.
And so he knows that they have those specific skills, so he kind of picks them and calls them and makes sure that they're the right people for the specific job. Because I'd say there's probably about 150 or 200 loop groupers in Los Angeles area that make a living out of it. But outside of that, it's a very tight-knit clique of people and hard to get into because it's lucrative. But they're usually all pretty good at what they do. As you can tell, they're all going for it. You can't get a lot of people to like go for it and do zombie growling that's believable. You know, they have to kind of be seasoned at it.
Sure.
So onward then.
Onward. It's my zombie girl, Danielle.
And people who like do all other languages, like on the show Covert Affairs we do, they're in a different country every single week. So you have to get people that know Spanish and French and Italian and all that sort of thing. So they come in and they can do the Walla Group and the background sounds on those types of shows.
Yeah, and then you saw the.
Awesome.
William.
It was awesome. I'm just, as an alt, please, can I start just from the laughing and have you do it slightly less zombie? Just for her laughing.
Sure. A little zombie or just regular laugh?
More normal person.
A little zombie,
Just a tiny bit.
but bring more of the psych comedy into it.
Zombie, my lady.
Got it.
Yeah, no, just a little bit. Just a little freak in him.
Just a little rum.
Which part?
Great. Thank you so much.
So middle, not the one to the left. I have a question for you on this. I thought this guy.
That is
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, he's slightly left middle.
ah, okay, because I thought
Semantics.
this guy. Okay.
So are you eventually going to be the one to mix this?
I don't, actually. I just record this stuff and then give it to the dialogue editor. I do not edit dialogue, which I like because that stuff takes like 6 days to do. Great. I just
then,
edit the.
two
I
more
can
laugher
edit ADR,
zombies,
but I
just
mostly edit the
individual
Foley and
Lara,
record the
and we'll
ADR.
have Hammer King do one. Not anybody that you see. Just go with your own zombie. Yes.
Great.
Somebody writing down.
Hammer King.
And so I take the notes for them to be able to know, kind of what's what and which take are the best and not to use. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Like your brain cut.
That was weird.
Jeez.
Flesh from your throat.
Okay. So I need everybody except for Hammer King, Lara, and Will for 37 seconds of just a zombie growling attack to continue outside the door. He goes in the bathroom. And actually, Danielle, you can relax too because you just did the other girl stuff.
We're pretty close to being completely done.
We got this. We got this.
Reginald?
Here we go. Oops, sorry.
He's gonna eat them.
Great.
All right, back to the long bed.
All right, so now this is everybody up. Don't go. Yeah, I lied.
Okay, not the final
How many
one.
Not the
actors are in there?
final.
8 for this one because it's big and they all need rests from this sort of vocal strain.
But
Not the Charger battle.
And it's kind of a big. I had 116 cues, and usually the average is more like 60 or 70. So it's almost double what normally is there.
all right, here we go. Starts off, we're outside of the house.
Make sure I'm not.
Thank you.
So was that like an overall?
Yeah,
whole-
that was just a bed to kind of cover, and then everything we've been getting is the more specific things that can pop out and feature.
More lozenges.
So happy I have to sing tonight. Yay!
Do people ever get pissed off at you for making them do things super
No,
well?
I mean, they get paid plenty well, and if they were to get pissed off at me, it wouldn't be good for them.
I
'cause
gotcha.
I wouldn't make it any easier.
How many tracks are you dealing with right now?
I have
Let me have,
13 group tracks, and then just like 7 for my principal ADR down here. One main
I'll
for the
take
preferences,
Lara,
and then a few alt 1, 2,
Lady
3.
G, myself, Hammer King, and Justin for 24 seconds of SBPD Walla. That's Hammer King and Will.
Here's a look.
Coach couldn't come up with the dough.
It's for Coach
He came
D-Bag.
back and finished the job.
Oh, but I'm alive.
Yeah, you're
I got a
gag.
gag.
You're the punchy and you're the puncher. So we'll do them separate.
Here we go.
Thank you, Sam.
I'm gag.
Awesome.
God, that really hurt.
Damn, he was so on that.
They are good. And puncher.
Hey. So I just sent you an email.
Great, thank you.
The aforementioned police people, 24 seconds of just regular old bullpen, hoppage.
Are you using one mic?
I have 2, yeah, but just for each pass, I'll just use one. If something's on a telephone or a
And werewolves. And vampires.
PA, something like coming out of a speaker, essentially, I'll use the mic, the voiceover mic, the TLM Neumann. The rest of this is just like a boom that's kind of further away, so it gets like roomier.
Should have a total on
No, we haven't gotten that recording
the
yet.
show.
I'll put it on your
Yeah.
desk.
Which area was
Um,
that?
Does it sound similar?
Well, that's gonna be.
No, it's behind the,
here.
I think Officer
Echo.
Lewis
It's
was
two liners.
And just
Right.
hold it
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, they got that
Yeah,
cleared.
sure.
Yeah, they did.
Right.
Let me have.
Thank you.
So, Betsy and Big Guy effort. So that's going to be Jess P for Mira. Dragging in the Big Thug.
Here's a look.
The Hammer King getting dragged in.
No way. No damn way. How?
I've learned not to.
All on one track.
It's separate.
Lead into it a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it's going to depend on the score as well and how we mix that together because
But still one singular sound.
Yeah.
One more time.
That was kind of a zombie leftover. I'm sorry. One more time. One more time.
it's like a whole
Great, thank you.
Hammer King, get tossed.
So you try to sync things up as much as possible.
Yeah, I try to get them to perform it
Yeah.
as close
And
to
then Williams
possible
on deck.
as there, you know.
Yeah.
And if I know something's going to be a little earlier, I'll nudge it a little bit to help the editor kind of put it into place easier.
Right.
Logic's
So you're constantly taking notes for them.
Yeah.
It does sound a little more elevator-y. Might then be
Great, just give me an
clearer
alternate.
coming from the convenience store versus in the past people were confused what's coming from the car, you know?
Is that too low?
Nope, I liked the first one, but that was a good alternate.
All right, so Zach's being freed from the lockup downstairs. So William, it's just that you're free to go, or
Three versions of that.
yeah, or a couple of versions of the same. 209.
So who does all this pre-queuing and?
I cue the each
So-
cue, so I look at the show and then
Free to go.
kind of know what
You're free to go.
needs to go there.
needs to go there.
You're sprung.
Yeah, I'm sprung.
Yeah. And then we also do a
Okay,
sound spotting session where the
so
producers
we have
will
a
tell us if
light
they have specific notes and specific things that they want. So I'll add those in
now. So
to
let
these
me
along
get,
with what I already know
Justin, Hammer King,
needs to be there.
La, myself, Lady G, Will, you're still downstairs, Warren.
So I have to be really loud in this.
How long do you spend
this
on
time
an
we're just going to
episode?
do buys. Instead
Just
of
the
a-
Walla
they
Group
just
takes
wanted
probably
lighter
3
upstairs.
hours
Now
to
it's
cue.
late at night.
And then the principal
if Hammer King
ADR, you
and
want to
Laura,
go
you
through
guys
each
would just
thing that sounds
be
bad
two
and
cops,
make
you
sure
can
there's
walk,
not alts
stop
and
for a
things
little
like that.
bit,
So that
and
takes more like
carry your
4 to 5
conversation
depending
along.
on how
And
bad
we'll
the sound
have,
is.
Warren and I will walk.
So
stop
a
little
total
bit, go
full
over
episode
there.
queue group and
It's
ADR is about
Yeah,
8
it's
hours,
nice.
7 or 8 hours. To queue it. Do it all.
Be there in a second.
Do transfer first thing tomorrow morning, I believe, so.
All right.
Get the paperwork.
Yeah, I'll handle the paperwork.
Okay.
They still setting up that sobriety checkpoint over there? Is
Yeah,
that
I
the plan?
think so, yeah.
All right, let me talk to B2 coordinator, because there are some other changes that they want to make over in that area.
Okay, I'll put you in
Patrol.
touch with them.
They pulled up a partial print on it. We'll run it through probably in the morning, see if we got a hit. Do you need any help in on it? Should be all right.
What did you decide about the detective test?
I think I'm gonna hold off on it.
You are?
Yeah, right now I just got so much going on here,
Yeah.
so it'll always be there for me.
Yeah.
Got those photos back from evidence. You the primary?
Yeah,
You want them on your desk?
yeah, I need those right now.
You
Thank
got it.
And a lot of action behind the sale.
Yeah.
You know, we have some interventionists there too.
Right. All right. Well, I'll see if we can round them up, get them on it tomorrow.
Were those all just wild lines?
No, just some lights.
Yeah, just background people. It
Stop
was just a
and
lighter
talk.
bed of like still police that were kind of outside that room.
Then, here we go. Lady G, it is this 214. Scary Hell Hag Growl.
Thought of you.
I'll play you what's there, but it's a little weak what's there, so we want to beef it up a bit.
So is that guy in there kind of working with AnEFX? Or like...
He gets hired by the show.
Oh.
I mean, it's kind of a
Because
relationship
he seems to be
thing, though.
running what's happening in there.
Yeah, he is. Pretty great.
And William, your moment to shine. You're a hell hag. I want you to just take this inside.
It's like a Walla Group is kind of a company, so he's kind of got his own company essentially, and people hire him to get the actors for the specific show that he needs. So it's like that, but it's also a relationship. Like we refer him to other people because we like him and what he does and how prepared he is.
Right.
So if a show comes to us for the sound, and they don't necessarily have a Walla Group, we recommend him.
Cool.
They should have put Linda Blair in the entrance.
I'd love a male one that's a little more tony.
Let me.
I like that a lot. I like that as a choice, but I want one that has more tone in it.
Okay.
Deeper, scarier tone. Thank you.
Brett Michaels.
I mean, that's new, Janelle, but I think... Oh, those people are new. That's really the only new shot. The next two shots are the same.
Everything else is just adjusted slightly.
Yeah, a little longer maybe, but I mean, they went over it anyway, so I feel like we've got that. But we'll get this new shot here. So, Duster Zombie and Bellhop Zombie Girl.
Okay. Duster Zombie. Warren, you want to be a cowboy?
Is that person on the left in the very
All
back?
right.
Behind the tree?
And we're going to get them separate, yes? Yeah, I know. It's just a zombie who wants to have fun.
Sherry Garcia.
Can I have that for my ringtone? Thank you.
He would. All right, what do we got here?
Cheerleader zombie has another big on camera there. There's two cheerleaders.
Oh,
Two cheerleader zombies.
Danielle and Just P. We want them separate, yes? Because this
Yeah, let's separate them.
is cut. So we'll get cheerleader left, Just P, and then you want cheerleader right?
I think that's our repeat cheerleader.
That's your repeat?
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll be the one on the.
You'll be the one over there, Dan.
I think I'm right with that.
I'll have a lot of level. You can just do mainly breath. You don't have to push it as much.
Yes.
I just don't want it to be so spot on. Like I'm trying to jump out and scare you.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's a music sting.
Yeah. Yeah. Something more like that is probably.
Great, thank you.
Because it really is gonna be on
This
camera.
is the Scooby-Doo zombie sound.
Scary.
Oh my god, and they are going to sound like
Perfect.
classic.
All right.